Uh,
But speaking of One Piece, and I'm so sorry that I brought this up just so I could segue from being horny directly into complaining about the fan base.
Already? Got it transferred.
The One Piece fandom fucking sucks and fucking tricked me recently.
oh?
So here's the thing. In One Piece, there is a specific, very special type of sword called a Black Blade. And it is specifically called that because due to receiving countless battles and having armament haki infused into it through the wielder, though we don't know exactly the full process for this, we just know that armament haki is a part. It is a required part, but not something that is necessary 100% of the time after the process.
Doesn't Zoro have it? Or am I wrong?
Zoro did own a Black Blade at one point. He no longer does.
Gotcha.
So Shusui, the sword that originally belonged to his ancestor, Ryoma Shimatsuki, I think is the name. I looked it up a little bit ago and I forgot. The guy from Oda's older prototype manga that never got published that looks like Zoro, who he defeated in Thriller Bark because he had Brook's shadow. He had a Black Blade named Shusui. The issue is everybody keeps assuming that I think it's ENMA, Odin's blade that Zoro now has is a Black Blade. It's not. We only have 2 confirmed Black Blades. Shusui and Yoru, the giant cross blade that Mihawk wields. Those are the only 2 confirmed Black Blades. Keep that in mind. ENMA is a very special blade because it was given essentially a will of its own when it was crafted, and it kills anyone who is not strong enough in armament haki that tries to wield it because it literally just drains their life force out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more drains their willpower out of them to the point where it just like desecrates the body of whoever tries to wield it that is not strong enough. So the thing is, ENMA is not a Black Blade, but ENMA, because of its special properties with armament haki, is always coated in armament haki. Always. As long as you are wielding it, it is coated in armament haki. Until it is sheathed, it is coated in armament haki.
Oh, okay. You understand, too.
People assumed that ENMA was a Black Blade because of that, and assumed that that always being coated in armament haki applied to all Black Blades. It does not. Zoro never used armament haki until after the time skip. I don't even know the exact first moment that he used armament haki, but he was wielding Shusui, a Black Blade, without using armament haki long before he officially was shown to be using it. At least sometime in Dressrosa, if not Punk Hazard, was the first time we see Zoro use armament haki. Which are both after the time skip. So I want you to keep that in mind. We have a precedent of Black Blades, despite requiring armament haki to become Black Blades, not always being coated in it. The only sword we know of that is permanently coated in armament haki anytime you wield it is ENMA, Odin's sword, which was specially crafted and for some reason is just like that. Everyone took ENMA, assumed it applied to all of a type of blade that ENMA is not a part of, and then started claiming that Mihawk is a fraud for 2 reasons. 1, we barely see Mihawk fight. But Mihawk's whole thing is, I do not want to fight. I will fight if I enjoy it. 90% of people in this world cannot give Mihawk an enjoyable fight. And 2, to quote him directly from chapter 13 or something like that, the chapter in the Baratier when he agrees to fight Zoro, I am not a fool who would hunt rabbits with a cannon. Mihawk is the type of person that puts in the minimal effort needed for a fight. That is why we do not see him fight that often. And also the reason that Buggy survived being sliced up by Mihawk. Because you know who Mihawk was actually attacking? That he wouldn't need to use armament haki for in order to harm? Luffy, who has a specific weakness to bladed attacks. What did Luffy do? He went, oh shit, and he grabbed Buggy and put him in front of him. And Buggy is completely immune to bladed attacks as long as they are not nullifying his powers with armament haki. Which Mihawk would not have been using because he didn't think he needed it because Luffy wasn't fucking strong enough for him to need to use it.
So what you're telling me is rock, paper, scissors?
Kinda, yes. But what I'm actually saying is people made a bunch of false assumptions and then started calling Mihawk a fraud as a meme. And tricked me into thinking that Oda fucked up his writing when Oda, in fact, never stated what everyone is claiming. It's kind of really fucking annoying.